Stripping what a GC is down to the bare minimum. What makes them a GC usually? Well, one of the things I'll notice, because I've had GCs several seasons, and one of the things I'll notice. Let's try Mercy's training pack, shall we? While we talk about this. One of the first things you'll notice between playing against a GC and playing against somebody who's like in Champ 3, for example, is that the GC will be stopping you from scoring a lot more. When you play against people in like Champ 2 and Champ 1 and you attack, you'll notice that, you know, the players who are defending are always different, because it's like the opponents are always taking turns to take themselves out of the game. I'm horrendous at this training pack, by the way, so sorry about that, guys. Maybe we should double touch this one. Is this easier if I double touch it rather than going for the tight angle redirect? Probably is. I think this training pack is about tight angle redirects though, so I should stick to that. What I do to my Discord profile picture, it just disappeared. I don't know where it went. I genuinely don't know. So 17, I am trying. I'm just not very good at it. 15 pence, thanks for the Prime sub, man. Appreciate it. Hey, Chronic, thanks for the 7-month Prime. Congrats on the win earlier. Really cool series. Have I always been a KBM player? Yep. Just prefer playing KBM. But yeah, talking a bit more about the question I was answering a few seconds ago. What is it that separates GC from the players right below them? One of them would be, yeah, just relevance in defense. Like the GC players, they're just always in defense. Every time that you attack them, they're there. They're in defense. They're defending the goal. You have to get past them. You have to dribble them, or you have to shoot past them, or you have to seal their boost, or you have to demo them. Like they're just there. They're just recovering more, and they're in the game more than the people underneath them. They're taking themselves out of the game for ages, not recovering very fast, like going for plays that are really risky. Now, obviously, I'm generalizing here, but I have to answer this question. But yeah, GCs are just there more. Best way to practice recoveries, just always be thinking about them. Every time that you're going for any play on the ball whatsoever, or, you know, any play that would take you away from defense and away from, you know, a useful defensive position, just ask yourself, okay, how am I going to recover quickly after I do this? Like, okay, we're up for an aerial here, how are we going to recover afterwards? Oh, we're up for a challenge, how are we going to recover afterwards? We just jumped for a save, how am I going to recover? Just like, always plan ahead. Think, okay, which way do I need to point my car to recover fast when I land on this wall? Which way do I need to air roll so I land on my wheels after this tackle? You know, there's all these kind of questions you should ask yourself. Thinking about anything else? Yeah, just think about recoveries all the time. Like, there's probably times where you're at the game and you're thinking, oh man, that was really close, I almost scored that shot, when really you should be thinking, I need to get back quickly. Why did I land like this? I'm obviously going to miss shots like this sometimes. And when I do, I want to recover fast. This is hard not to hit the bar on these shots. Whenever I get it, I always hit the bar. I'm too low a lot of the time as well, because I'm so, I don't know, I don't like it. See, when you hit the ball like this, when you go too high on the ball and you just kind of like get a heavy touch on it, it feels so bad. So I err on being too low, you know, because I don't want to get that thick touch. I'd rather just miss than hit it too thick, you know, just from a feeling perspective. Oh, that was nice. No, I don't know any orgs coming into the Rock League scene. But yes, to speak again a bit more about that topic, besides like just recovering fast and being relevant in defense more often, GCs are just faster. Like they're just quicker. And as you go up through every rank, everybody's just faster than the ranks below them. They attack the ball with less hesitation. They hit the ball harder. Like, just in general, all the mechanics are better. There we go. They're just faster, they're hitting the ball better, they're moving about with more confidence, they're not like hesitating. Right, this next shot's almost impossible for me. Let's see if we can do it. This shot's really hard. I think the only way to do it is to like be air rolling like almost vertically like this, and then to lean forward into it when you're past it. The only way I've scored this once. Maybe doink it in. I'm trying to stay true to the theme of this pack, which is quite clearly to get like very slight redirects on the ball. At least when I look at these shots, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's trying to make a redirect pack, right? So I'm trying to complete it as it was intended, you know. This one, I think you have to be quite vertical, so I have to be like vertical and then pass the ball. Probably have to air roll more like this. Let's face it, and then lean into it. Yeah. Get more. So it's less about getting underneath the ball this time, and more about getting behind it. To get more behind the ball rather than under it on this shot. Yep, definitely. Definitely. Wonder if you can just ace this pack first try. Maybe turn 180. There, you don't have a lot of time. Like, there's really not a lot of time before this shot is just on you. And like one of the keys to getting any kind of power on these hits is that you air roll into the ball. So in order to air roll into this ball, I have to air roll this way and then back the way. You know, like the one way then the other. Stay pressure in the ball as you recover is important as you get higher up. Also, do you have a recommendation to practice it? In 2v2, while you recover, if your teammate is about to be defending against some guy dribbling, you should always pressure the ball. Because that gives your teammate more time to deal with whatever's about to go down. And this one's tough. There's also speaking about this training pack, like you could try to, you know, get closer to the wall here and like, you know, redirect it from here to give yourself more time, but I feel like that's not in the spirit of these training packs. You have to go fast, you know. Does it really count if you didn't get to the ball almost as fast as humanly possible? I don't think so. Have to go quick. Get a bit lucky. This would definitely be a shot that would be benefited greatly by having air roll left, keybind. I know how I'm going to do this. Yep, I'm going to just fly up on the other side of it. Air roll slightly to the left. That's the play. Just clip it on this side as you're coming up. Jump later. Oh, I turned too fast. I think this is the play. How do you position as third man in threes? Best advice? Well, it depends. I mean, you just have to read the play and see how fast your teammates are recovering. I mean, if one of your teammates is in the process of recovering and he's going to be back in the game in like half a second, and by back in the game I mean he's going to be in your half ready to make saves on long shots and stuff, then yeah, you can just get involved, go in and off offensively. But if your team look like they're both out of the game for ages and it doesn't look like there's anything going in offense, then yeah, you just have to try and position to try and save or whatever shot is coming in or whatever. There's the shot. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. That was the play. Just get under the ball and air roll left. That's it. Right there. That's the play. Get under it and air roll left. Because it spins the front end of the car into the ball. So you get power. How to deal with toxic players? Just turn your chat off. They can't be toxic if you can't read what they say. And they can still bump you and stuff, but I mean, not a lot you can do about that. You just have to wait for the next game. Try saving your flip and flip into the ball. I don't want to do it like that because it's slow. Like, you might be able to do it like that, but I want to go faster, you know? I want to get up with a fast aerial to, like, just glancing below the ball barely, you know? I feel like if you save your flip on this shot, you're doing it an injustice because you're not getting there as fast as you could have. These shots in game are all about getting into position as fast as possible. I don't know what I was doing there. Why am I turning left before I even take off? Yeah, like, getting worse now. There was a couple in a row there that I was so close on, and I've just forgotten what I did. I think it was like more like flying up underneath the ball, wasn't it? Yep. Oh! Yeah, you just have to get underneath the ball and then arrow left. That's all you have to do. I keep arrowing right. I've genuinely... The shot has killed my brain. I can't think anymore. I can't even do the most basic thing. But I think the fact that your car is just air rolling at all adds so much power to this ball. If you don't get in front of it, that is. You have to get behind it and air roll. Go on, bounce it. It might have actually. Now the top teams are practicing for Spring Series, do you think it will be as high level gameplay as League was? I mean, I don't know if they're practicing or not. I don't know why they wouldn't. Like, what else is there to do right now? It's close. That was also close. That was also close. Just need to go a bit higher. Not that high. Nope. I will do this. I was so close. G2 and all have stopped scrimming. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're just taking a break so they don't burn out, but... I mean... NA Spring Series is in like 2 weeks, right? If they took a break after RLCS, they should probably be practicing again now, right? Putting your car upside down a little bit to get the axis to ball. I mean, Red X, there's just no time to do all that. Like, you can't do that on this shot. The problem is, like, yes, usually on these redirects, you'll see people like fly across the ball, get on the opposite side of it. But here, you don't really have any time. You just kind of have to go straight at it and then try to clip the back end of it by doing a slight air roll like this. See? Right there. That's what I think that's the only way that I can score this. Maybe other people can do it another way, but this is the only way that I've come close. I have scored this once. It's really hard because, like, sometimes you just miss, like, the ball 10 times in a row, and actually you were super close. Like this is actually really close to scoring. It's closer than that shot was, even though the second one I hit, that was super close to being a great shot, you know? Like, if you barely miss, you're probably very close to scoring this. Because you need to just barely hit it, essentially. I just don't know how far I should lean back. Maybe I'm leaning back too far. Maybe I'm not leaning back enough. You're master of those barely scoring misses. Yeah, man, me too. I mean, does anybody... You guys can probably find this training pack. Really good at faking the ball. I mean, I think right now I'm actually just brain dead because I've done this so many times. So I'm probably, like, not even thinking anymore. I had a good idea though, and I hit the post like 3 times. I think my strategy works. It's just like you have to hit 1 pixel on the back of the ball, which is quite hard, you know. How do you hit the back of the ball, you say? Yeah, I think this is in the featured section. That's how I found it. I was just like, open up training packs. I was like, oh, Marcy's made a training pack. I'm gonna check this out. This will probably be like really silly. and YouTube content-y or something. Oh, hit the bar. I knew that was going to be a miss though as I was coming in. It was way too thick of a touch. Wonder if you can just go under the ball and then boost into it. I don't think that there's enough space to really score this shot like that. Like to go under the ball and then hit the back. You kind of have to be flying with the ball to do that instead of like what we're doing here. We're flying across the face of the ball. And we're also trying to make matters worse, we're trying to shoot back the way we came. This is actually like, do you guys remember the Ahmad shot in the European Invitational? The one where he like scored on Fairy Peak 150 kilometers an hour. Yeah, it was like this, where he came across the ball and he had to hit it back the way it's already coming, basically. Yeah, this is a similar sort of concept, except I don't have a dodge. So it's like that, but without a dodge. So it's an even more insane shot, the one we're attempting here. Not to take anything away from Ahmad, because obviously, like, what he did is, you know, one try in a tournament against Vitality, like 4 boost. Don't get me wrong, that's 10 times more impressive than me scoring this in the 200th attempt. But this shot is harder, for sure. This shot I'm attempting is harder to score than the angle that Ahmad had. I think, do I have the Cherry Picker training pack? I do. There's one shot in this that might actually give you an idea of what Ahmad's is like. It's not this one. This is like a silly... This shot's just whatever. Can we turtle it? No. Oh. No. No. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop skipping this shot because I want to show you guys a good way to practice the Ahmad shot. I've actually not done this shot in ages, but I remember it's kind of similar in the setup. Why am I skipping shots and resetting them? It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care about this shot. This isn't the one. I think it's shot 6 on this training pack is the one I'm trying to get to. It ain't this one. Forget this shot. Z46, thanks to the tier 1, man. Really appreciate it. What are you looking at? I'm trying to get to shot 6 in this pack. It doesn't really matter if I score or not. I just want to get to shot 6. Oh no, it's this one. It's this one where you can like get upside down and do an aerial shot. Yeah, you can do some nutty shots with this one. Getting like fully upside down and like hit a blazer of a shot. So if you want to practice your upside down aerial redirect shots, it's actually shot 5 of the Cherry Picker training pack is a pretty good one. Ooh! It's a pretty weird, like, it's a pretty weird dynamic that you can actually let the ball go past you and then you hit it, pretty much. In these shots, like it looks like the ball's past you and then you dodge into it. You know. I'm not sure if diagonal dodge is better. Probably isn't. I think a front flip is better. Yep, front flip is better. Oh! But yeah, try shot 5 and you're gonna get a good idea of what is possible. Crossbar. I want that top right corner. Ah, that's just straight down the middle, boring. Yeah. If you're just trying to score it, I think it's pretty possible to look at these touches. By the way, do you see this touch I'm making right now, where my car's like barely touching the ball? Like I'm dodging so late, and it's still like right now, it still makes contact. You got a 152. Yeah, you can get some wicked power on these shots. I think the fastest is actually if you just kind of keep it going pretty straight. You don't really want to hit it up if you want to go for the fastest shot possible. You want to like barely get a touch on it and keep it like pretty much just moving straight. It's a fun one though. It's a fun shot for sure. Oh, get out of here. Not exactly how you're supposed to do it. I wonder if it would have worked if I dodged. Okay, that was kind of clean. Yeah, Ahmad's shot was like, you hit it so late. Like, it's inspiring how late you can hit the ball. It's crazy. Oh, get out of here. Just go in the goal. How can we hit a super fast one? Come on. That's not fast. Nope. So I maybe have to dodge like the other way to get my car to properly like come up into the ball like this. Need to do a diagonal dodge. I don't know. I've never actually thought of this before. Should I do a diagonal dodge or a front flip here to get maximum power? What do you guys think? That's a diagonal. Heavy contact. I think maybe a diagonal dodge gives you the best chance to like clip it with the corner of the hitbox, right? The diagonal dodge is going to lift the corner of the car up into the ball faster because it's rotating on 2 axes. But front flip is a lot easier to hit. Diagonal dodge to the left is the easiest of all shots to hit. This one, because all I'm doing there is the same air roll. So I'm like air rolling down and back, or down and left, and then we're shooting with the same dodge. So it's the exact same. Or we're shooting in the same direction. So you're going down and left, up and left, down and left, up and left, down and left, up and left. It's like the smoothest transition you're gonna get. So you only need to move one of your fingers if you're a keyboard player. You only need to move the joystick like quarter turn if you're a controller player. But it might be better to try and get under the ball more and dodge to the right instead. Because yeah, if you dodge forward or to the right, I think it'll go faster. This was just up. I just dodged forward there. But you could even go one further and dodge to the right. You know the player, I'll let you guys guess. Do you know the player who really revolutionized these? Who was the first player who could score these? These aerial shots. Crow. Squishy. Nope. Squishy. Really. Guys, come on, it would obviously be a SARP bet. Well, somebody got it right, actually. Somebody got it right in chat. Gambit, no. JNAPS, no. Yes, Marky Duda. Marky Duda was by far the player who was the best at air roll shooting. And it was kind of mind-blowing because he was so far ahead of everybody else with it. He would just like, his car would just do a little spin and then he would perfectly dodge into the ball and the ball would go flying on target. And that is what enabled him to, I think, be the most dominant striker that RLCS has ever seen for any like season. Like Marky season 1 was probably, in league play, the most dominant striker that the league will ever see in NA or EU. More dominant than like Arcade Up, I would say. More than who else do people consider to be at that top tier? Probably like JNAPS. I think that Marky was more dominant season 1 than JNAPS was, and what season was he popping off in, like 4 or something? This shot's so therapeutic though. You love to try and hit the ball as like minuscule of an amount as possible as it goes past you. You know, you just want to, yeah, right there. You want to give it that like blue trail without even feeling it. That one you felt, but if you can hit it with a wheel as it goes past, oh man, it just feels so cool. I think the more upside down your car is, the better. Like, you have to get proper upside down on this to get the dodge in the right direction. Wonder if you want to boost all the way through, or if you want to leave a little gap in the setup.